Today a reader, tomorrow a leader. SSET Englishtown.
Hello everyone, it's Madelian teacher. So today we are going to be doing Wednesday's reading lesson and our second lesson in Grasshopper on the Road book. So please take out your Grasshopper on the Road book and your reading workbook and let's get ready to get started. So the first thing to do today is actually a vocab quiz, but because we are doing a video, I'm not going to take the time to quiz you. If you go to SSET website, you will find vocab quiz on SSET website in the homework file, okay? So go to SSET website, same website for book quizzes, okay? And you will find the vocab quiz there and vocab quiz answers. So before you begin, please take the time to do your vocab quiz yourself. Okay, after you finish your vocab quiz, let's take out Grasshopper on the Road and we will get started. So go to page 17 and we will read the story A New House. I will read and please read along and listen. Okay, A New House. The road went up a steep hill. Grasshopper climbed to the top. He found a large apple lying on the ground. I will have my lunch, said Grasshopper. He ate a big bite of the apple. Look what you did, said a worm who lived in the apple. You have made a hole in my roof. It is not polite. Next page. It is not polite to eat a person's house, said the worm. I am sorry, said Grasshopper. Just then the apple began to roll down the road on the other side of the hill. Stop! Catch me! Cried the worm. The apple was rolling faster and faster. Help! My head is bumping on the walls. My dishes are falling off the shelf, cried the worm. Next page. Grasshopper ran after the apple. Everything is a mess in here, cried the worm. My bathtub is in the living room. My bed is in the kitchen. Grasshopper kept running down the hill, but he could not catch the apple. I am getting dizzy, cried the worm. My floor is on the ceiling. My attic is in the cellar. The apple rolled and rolled. It rolled all the way down to the bottom of the hill. Next page. The apple hit a tree. It smashed into 100 pieces. Too bad, worm, said Grasshopper. Your house is gone. The worm climbed up the side of the tree. Oh, never mind, said the worm. It was old, and it had a big bite in it anyway. This is a fine time for me to find a new house. Last page. Grasshopper looked up into the tree. He saw that it was filled with apples. Grasshopper smiled and he went on down the road. Okay, so finished with the story, A New House. So I hope you liked that story. I liked that story. I think it is a very good one. So when you finish, please take out your reading workbook and we are going to go to page 45 in the reading workbook. So please take out your reading workbook to page 45. Okay, here we are, page 45. Now we will discuss the answer to the discussion questions. I hope you look in your book and read while we answer, and I will help you. Okay, so here, let's start on page 17. So where did the road go next? In the last chapter, we saw a grasshopper with the beetles. So now, where is the road going next? The very first sentence on page 17 we see, the road went up a steep hill. So that can be our answers. It went up a steep steep hill. Okay, this is going up a hill too. So, what did Grasshopper do? Or no, sorry, what did Grasshopper find? So here we see Grasshopper climbed to the top of the hill. So he is following the road up the hill. Then later we see the sentence, he found a large apple lying on the ground. So what did Grasshopper find? He found a large apple. So we can write that. He found a large apple. And the next part, still question number 2, what did he do? What did Grasshopper do after he found the apple? Think for a little bit. Okay, so in the book we see Grasshopper says, I will have my lunch. And then he ate a big bite of the apple. So what did he do? He bit the apple. Okay. So, what happened next? After Grasshopper bit the apple, what happens? So, in the book, still page 17, we can see Grasshopper bit the apple, and then, all of a sudden, next sentence, look what you did, said a worm who lived in the apple. So, we see a worm was in the apple and said, look what you did. Okay, so we can write a worm came out of the apple. We see the worm coming out of the apple. So we can see I wrote a worm came out of the apple and said, look what you did. So the worm is angry because he lives in the apple and Grasshopper ate his house. And he says, it is not polite to eat another person's house. Okay, so question number 4. When the apple began to roll down the hill, what did the worm cry? So here we see on page 18, the apple began to roll down the other side of the road on the other side of the hill. And the worm, here, what does he cry? It says, stop, catch me. So we can say, he cried, stop. Stop me, catch me. Okay. Question number 5. When Grasshopper ran after the apple, what did the worm cry? So here on page 20, we see Grasshopper ran after the apple. So after Grasshopper runs after the apple, what does the worm cry? What did the worm say? Here we see what he says. He says, everything is a mess. His bathtub is in the living room and his bed is in the kitchen. Very strange. So he cried, everything is a mess. My bathtub is in the living room. My bed is in the kitchen. Okay, so please, so I wrote, he cried, everything is a mess. My bathtub is in the living room and my bed is in the kitchen. So please finish writing this and I will erase it and then we will do question number 6. Okay, question number 6. Could Grasshopper catch the apple? Could Grasshopper catch the apple? Did he catch the apple or was it too hard? On top of 21, we see Grasshopper kept running down the hill, but he could not catch the apple. So we see, could he catch the apple? No, he couldn't. Okay, number 7. So what does the worm cry? What did the worm cry now? So let's look at the book, page 21 still. Read, what did the worm cry? Try to answer by yourself, and then I will give you the answer. Okay, so the worm cries, I am getting dizzy. He cried, I am getting dizzy. My floor is on the ceiling. And my attic is in the cellar. Okay, so he cried, I am getting dizzy. My floor is on the ceiling and my attic is in the cellar. Okay, so the apple keeps rolling. Last question number 8. What happened when the apple hit a tree? So on page 22, look at the picture and the words. What happens when the apple hits the tree? So when the apple hit a tree, it smashed into 100 pieces. You can see it smashed into 100 pieces. In the picture, you can see very many pieces. So, right, it smashed into 100 pieces. Okay, smashed into 100 pieces. So, last question on the last page. Did the worm mind? Was it important to the worm that the apple was smashed? Did he think, oh, that is sad? Or did he say, no, it is not a problem? So did the worm mind? Let's look. We can see the worm didn't mind because on this page he says, never mind. Oh, never mind, he says. It is not important. His house is smashed? Not a problem. So he says, no, he didn't mind. So last question, why? Why didn't the worm mind? Why was it not a problem? So here we see it was old and it had a big bite in it anyway. So we can write the apple was old and had a bite in it. On the next page, we also see that grasshopper and worm are in an apple tree. So there are all these new apples. If the worm wants a new house, a new apple, it is very easy for him to find a new apple. So you can write that too. It was easy for him to find a new apple. Okay, so finished Now, let's go to the next page, page 46 in our reading workbook. Okay, so I will give you a moment to pause the video and finish writing. Pause it now if you need to pause it. Okay, now I will erase. Okay, so now let's go to page 46 in our reading workbook, this page. Today we are talking about cause and effects. So cause is the first thing that happens. First thing that happens, cause. And cause is the reason it happens. It is why, it says in your book, why it happens. Effect is second thing that happens, number 2. Number 2 is effect, and it happens because of the cause, okay? So let's look at some examples. The first one, in the club, in the story of the club, the first thing that happens, let's see, the cause. The first thing that happens this happens on page 14, this page. So Grasshopper here, cause, he says, I love afternoon too. So next, what happens because Grasshopper loves afternoon? Think for a little bit. Remember the story. What happens because Grasshopper loves afternoon? Okay, so do you have an idea? So because Grasshopper loves afternoon, the effect, the result, what happens because Grasshopper loves afternoon is the beetles are very quiet. There are actually many answers, so I will tell you. There are actually many answers, so I will tell you some answers. One answer, the beetles are quiet. Another thing that happens is one beetle says stupid. They say, you do not have to write all, you can only write one, that is okay. They say stupid and dummy. And last, the most important effect. Okay, actually we are going to scratch that, just this first one. So, scratch that, just this answer. So, I love afternoon too. Next thing that happens, the effect, the beetles are quiet. They stopped singing and dancing. Okay. Number 2. Grasshopper says, and night is very nice. So what happens because Grasshopper says night is very nice? Look in the book here on this page and this page. Think of the answer for a little bit and then write your answer down. Okay, so now I will tell you my answer. So, here on this page, because Grasshopper says night is very nice, one beetle says stupid. And another beetle says dummy. Says stupid. And another beetle okay. One beetle says stupid and another says dummy. Another thing that happens here, the beetles say they don't want Grasshopper in the club. They say anyone who loves afternoon and night can never be in our club. So we can say the Beatles don't want Grasshopper in their club. Okay, so all together, number 2. One Beatle says stupid and another says dummy. The Beatles don't want Grasshopper in their club. All because Grasshopper says, and night is very nice. Cause, effect. Okay? So number 3. This one is the next story. On this page, 17, Grasshopper eats a bite of an apple. What happens because Grasshopper eats a bite of the apple? Okay, so think for a little bit. Pause the video if you need to. And I will tell you now, I will now tell you my answer. So, because Grasshopper eats the apple, later we see a worm. A worm comes out of the apple. So we can write a worm came out and said, look what you did. Okay. So the last one is in the end of the story, a new home, a new house, end of a new house. Here on page 22, the apple hits a tree. The apple hit a tree. What happened because the apple hit a tree? Pause the video and think for yourself what happened. What is the effect, the result of the apple hitting the tree? Okay, now that you have your answer, I will tell you my answer. So here, the apple hits a tree. What happens because the apple hit a tree? The worm needs to find a new house. He doesn't have a house anymore. It is 100 pieces. So he needs a new house. The worm needed, because this is past tense, to find a new house. Okay, so finish. Please take the time to write all of the answers, fix mistakes, before I will erase this, okay? Okay, so now let's talk about your homework. So homework is going to be this page, page 47, and you are going to write from, first sentence, from here, pages 20, not 20, sorry. From pages 39, 40, and 41. First, you are going to write the definition, the meaning of the word. And then second sentence, you will write the sentence with the word from the book. So where is the word in Grasshopper? You will find the word in the book and write the sentence, okay? I will write the homework on the board because there is other things too. Can you read this? Okay, good. So we have homework 3/18, March 18th, because this is Wednesday's class. Read pages 25 to 33 3 times with the CD. So please do read 3 times. It is very important. It will help you a lot. Then, reading workbook page 47, I showed you this. You need to write the meaning of the word and find the word in grasshopper. Then, study vocab pages 66 to 63. So, you need to study vocab all the way from journey, all the way until for a while. Okay? So many words, but you can do it. And then there is going to be a vocab quiz. Like I told you, I will put the vocab quiz up. I put today's vocab quiz up already. I will put next week's vocab quiz up next week, and you will find it on my SSCT website. It will be in the homework, okay? So you will find the vocab quiz there. Okay. I hope you learned something today. I hope you had a great time reading Grasshopper on the Road, and I will see you soon.
SSET Englishtown.